Oh, hello, everybody. Nice to be with you all. Can you see me okay? Am I little, am I light? Am I dark? Am I good? Am I getting better? Am I getting lighter?
You're looking
Okay.
great.
You may have kept me muted, but you just made up for it with that. Okay, good. Nice to be with you all. Apparently we have something like, I don't know, a few thousand people around the world. I would like next year to have 100,000. So can we ask for that now, please?
Yes.
Right on, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. I love it. It is so fun having lots and lots and lots of people. And if some of you didn't notice, the ESC started a while ago. And how does it get any better than that? Okay, so I'm going to ask y'all to close your eyes if you would, please. Hello, Earth. Please take a deep breath in from the top of your head down to the tips of those cute, sweet, adorable little toes of yours. Thanking your beautiful body for being the gift that it is. Thanking you for being the gift that you are, that no one who's normal could ever acknowledge. In fact, most people who aren't normal can't even acknowledge the gift that you are. That is the gift that you are to the world. Somebody said bad sound, but I'm hoping it's theirs, not mine. Somebody needs a Brazilian link. There's so many needs. Okay, good, thank you. Okay, with this many people, there's a lot of feedback really fast. Okay, one more deep breath in from the top of your head down to the tips of those cute, sweet, adorable little toes. Thanking your beautiful body for being the gift that it is and telling it, body, thank you. Just put your hand somewhere in your body and say, thank you, body. I do realize I've grown up in a world where I learned to judge you, and that's not actually me. And that's not you, and that's not us. Let's let it go. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And by the way, the ESC is not visual. You don't miss anything if you're not looking at the screen, kind of like in the rest of your life, but you don't want to know that. So I'll just say it about the ESC. You're not missing anything if you're not glued to your screen. A lot of this ESC may just be spaces that are opening up. Let's go on a little magic carpet ride with Dr. Dane and the earth and the universe together, and you and your body in communion with all other planets and bodies in the entire universe, not just the solar system. And notice that is more like you, my beautiful friends. When you recognize your largeness, you cannot help but perceive the gift of you. Let us, during this ESC, invite the earth to the universe again. And invite the earth to acknowledge its sibling. Invite the universe to acknowledge its sibling, this beautiful earth. It has been way out here in the Milky Way doing its thing. And the earth has had 8 billion errant children that it is trying to show gratitude, joy, peace, consciousness, possibilities. We are that possibility for the planet, my beautiful friends. You are that possibility for this beautiful, phenomenal, incredible and conscious earth. To have a willingness to connect and commune with the awareness of all the other planets, all the other life forms in the universe, all the other suns, the supernovas, the galaxies, the nebulae, the cosmic structures, and the awareness that all of it is included in infinite being, you be a space that allows the earth to no longer be alone. It is as though whatever was created here was created specifically to create separation from the rest of the universe. But guess what? It's never felt light to you. Therefore, it is not true for you. It is not true for any of us. You are a creature of the universe, my beautiful friends. You are far more like an alien who landed on planet Earth and doesn't really get it, never really got it, but has been trying your damnedest. But I ask you for a moment, will you please expand your awareness out, your space out, to encompass even the dark side of the moon and go beyond that? And encompass the dark side of the moon as a source for a creation of a greater reality. And in so doing, perhaps embrace your own dark side and bring it into the light and the lightness of your being. And as you do, expand out further than that throughout the solar system, throughout the entire Milky Way galaxy, which has billions of planets in it alone, expanding out to the other galaxies and everything that is out there that is continuing to expand, but you can reach it all just by your request and your acknowledgement that as an infinite being, you are also the sun, you are also the moon, you are also the supernovas, and the galaxy's infinite means you are everything. And you logically try to understand, but I have this tiny body in comparison to the whole. Yes, but you are not contained within your body is inside of you. You can expand to any space and all space. In fact, you be all space. Then why is it our lives look the way we do? It's because we use that immense intensity of awareness against us. We use the immense, intense potency that we have to purposely constrict our being so we make this reality real instead of recognizing this ain't my fucking reality. Maybe a lot of other people's, and maybe it is true for them, and maybe judgment is true, and maybe separation is true, and maybe hatred is true, and anger and rage and shame and blame and regret and guilt and fear and doubt. Those may be true for them, but they sure as fuck are not true for me, and I'm willing to know it now. Are you willing to know now, my beautiful friends? An infinite being knows infinitely. And if so, all you got to do is say yes, or just acknowledge that it's a yes. Are you willing to perceive now, for an infinite being perceives infinitely? Are you willing to receive infinitely now? But if you do, what are you going to do when you no longer have money problems and instead have money possibilities? See, that's where all your problems with money lie, is refusing infinite receiving and using your power against you to erect walls and barriers to particular energies. But when you erect a wall and barrier, you have so much power that it keeps out everything, including money. And money fundamentally is a result of your creation and a result of the energy of creation that you be in the world. And some people are willing to receive it because they're willing to be judged. Most of you believe that judgment has power, so you will not be you, and instead you will live behind walls and barriers of what is right, good, perfect, and correct, what is real and true, and what isn't. You're far greater than that, my beautiful friends. Far greater, far more, with far more available than anyone has ever imagined possible or imagined could be. Now is the time. He said gently so as not to awaken the stupids who are slumbering in their worlds of judgment. And it's not right to be beyond judgment. It's not wrong to be in judgment. It's just stupid. It's just useless. It's just a waste of energy. It's like when you see a little kid and they're just holding on to being upset for absolutely no reason, and you know that there's no reason for it and it's not creating anything, but they won't let it go. That's kind of like with you in judgment. That's kind of like with you in smallness. That's kind of like with you pretending that all this shit is real and true for you when you know it's not. It's why the space of being beyond all of this that you perceive is so vital. It's why you, being you, are this phenomenal gift in this world, but you think that being you is a result of your thinking. It is not. It is a result of your infinite being and your acknowledgement that you as a being are infinite. The four aspects of infinite being: infinite knowing, infinite perceiving, infinite receiving, and infinite being. This is you, my beautiful friends. This is us. Together, you are not alone. You are not the only one. You are not wrong. You never have been. And now is the time to know it. On 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's no way to get in and get spiritually prepared for the experience and the exercise. This is not an exercise. This is not just an experience. This is an energetic invitation to the consciousness of you. Why do we do access consciousness? Because consciousness is where you have total awareness with no judgment, total access to all of your being that goes beyond anything you could consider being, that is still less than you could imagine is possible, that you still far greater than you could imagine is possible, but still far less than you know is possible, that is a constant ongoing journey that eventually leads to having a life of total ease with everything. And you think if your life were too much easy, you wouldn't do anything. But I can tell you from personal experience, when your life gets ease, you start to do more because it's more fun to do more. And you don't create and you don't choose just to overcome problems. As the problems dissipate and disappear, you're first freaked the fuck out because you don't know what to do with yourself and don't know where to put your energy. But within a very short amount of time, there becomes this space and all of these possibilities where your energetic contribution can lead to something greater for you and everybody else. Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, and allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that now is the time for a reality beyond this reality. Now is the time for the unlimited realities of possibility to be, and the unlimited possibilities beyond what is called real to exist. And now is the time for a beyond this reality invitation to be that which we are, that has no words, no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions, but total gratitude, joy, possibility, greatness, communion, embracement of every possibility, and the rejection of none. On 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And on 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Boom. It's interesting that on Earth Day, what is showing up and what shows up for me is what I pull out of your heads and your world. It's interesting that on Earth Day, oh, and the Earths, by the way. It's interesting to me that what is showing up on Earth Day is a conversation about you being way bigger and an invitation to the energy space and consciousness, the magic, the miracles, the mysteries, the possibilities that actually is. not all the shit you thought and have been trying to go to and go through and go around and go between, and all the stuff you've made real that actually isn't real for you, that you use your energy into making real. What percentage of your life right now and its suffering is a reality that you have invented as real and true for you that actually isn't? Can we destroy and uncreate it and change it on 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if we look around this world and look at how much of this is invented limitation, how much of it is invented control, how much of it is invented stupidity, how much of it is invented separation, you truly begin to get you as an infinite being, there is no separation, nor is there any need or requirement for it, nor is there any need to be made right, nor is there any need to make anybody else wrong, nor is there any need, period. Would an infinite being have needs, including being liked by somebody or having a particular person to be in relationship with? And when they leave, I am so destroyed because I don't have them anymore. And that is a total fucking invention. An infinite being, when somebody desires to leave a particular relationship or situation, acknowledges with gratitude when it's time for people to go. How many people and things have you been holding on to? How many people and things have we all been holding on to as a way of maintaining our connection to the drama, the intensity of the suffering that this reality demands for you to be a good little robot? Let us look over the world at the intensity of that and how it is enforced. And we're going to do 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20 as a way of contributing our energy to dismantling the absolute necessity and requirement of maintaining the algorithmically designed limited reality called this one. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20, 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20, 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20, 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20, 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. Now on 12, something none of us expect or understand or comprehend, that is an ask for a reality, a non-reality reality, beyond any reality in any world that has ever existed before. This planet is truly paradise. On 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Please realize the result of this ESC will occur over several months. You may notice having a different space, a different invitation to be you, a different invitation and an awareness of things being able to be different in some way you can't necessarily describe, an invitation to be less defined, which is actually an invitation to be more you, and also how this plays out will show up over time. And one day, perhaps one gloriously wonderful day, we may, if enough of us are willing to give up the idea that reality is so fucking real and that we need it and that we need to connect to other people through this reality. But look at it, the 1, 2, or 3 people that you don't connect to through this reality, how friggin' awesome is your connection with them? The people that you don't get together and judge each other, the people that don't judge you, the people where you explore possibilities and they just get you on some level that nobody else does. How phenomenal is that? That's what would be possible with you and everyone and everything beyond this reality, my beautiful friends. And this reality has been imposed upon you and impelled upon you forever. It's not new. But one glorious day, there may be the possibility where we get together, if you are willing to perceive, know, be, and receive, possibilities beyond the necessity of maintaining reality so that you always have a predictable choice in a predictable world that will create a supposedly predictable future rather than having an infinite menu of possibilities from which to choose, which is why you maintain reality so you don't have too much choice while saying you desire choice, while believing you only have tiny certain amounts of choices that can vary slightly from your previous choices. If you had no reality and were willing to actually let it go, and this requires a dynamic level of vulnerability on your part, but if you were willing to actually let it go, would lead to choice after choice after choice, but you would have to be the question all the time. And most people are not even close to being willing to have that. But if you are and you desire it, ask for it. The way it works is ask and you shall receive. Most of us ask for far too little. I have made more bad choices and wrong choices than most people have made choices because I'm willing to screw shit up without the requirement of being perfect anymore, so I can at least stop judging myself a bit. Things have changed dynamically, but that is a beyond this reality point of view. You're supposed to choose based on judgment and then judge your choice. What I do is choose if it sounds like a great idea and might be fun or might create more. If I have a sense of it creating more lightness for me or somebody else, I choose. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it always gives me more awareness. What about you? Would you be willing to have that much freedom of choice? Because if you were, there would be a time where we could get together and dismantle time itself. What would I do without time, Dr. Dane? You would be the question, and you would be in communion with the natural cycles of the entire universe, as every other creature is. I have not yet met one bird that looks at its watch to know when it's time to sing in the morning. Somehow they know. See, they don't have the external direction. They don't have the external fortifications of the externally necessary structures to know what they are supposed to fit into. What they do have is a highly heightened and attuned sense of flow and what is. And animals will breed and have babies based on what will occur in the following season, because they live in communion with the earth and its awareness. They live in communion with nature and they all communicate. Would you like to be able to perceive and receive that communication on a different level? Do you like to be willing to perceive, know, be, and receive that level of communion? You'd have to be willing to give up your image and your projections of self and your projections of how right what you have created is and how wrong what you have created is. You'd have to be willing to show up to each new day and each new experience as the question. But if you were to truly function as the question, it would be having no walls and barriers around you, not needing to protect yourself, being able to be the fullness of the space of you as a being. And that space is in communion because it's the space between the molecules of your body that you enliven. But that space between the molecules of your body that is in connection with the space between the molecules of your skin is also in connection with the space between the molecules of your clothing and the air around your body and the surface you're sitting upon or lying upon and the space within the house, which is in connection with the space between the molecules, or shall we say communion with the space between the molecules of everything in your house, which is in communion with the space between the molecules of all the air outside your house and the ground underneath your house, and so on and so on and so on. And you recognize that you are the organizing force, the organizing source for your body based on the space between the molecules, pulling the molecules together in particular ways. We are the creators of our bodies, my beautiful friends, even though people don't want to know it. And I made a choice in doing this ESC that I was going to speak freely about what is, what I know is, and you can tell me I'm full of shit. You can tell me, oh, that you're crazy, that's crazy talk, because you've had a reality that doesn't look like that. I have been exploring this, purposely doing whatever I can to break my reality on a daily basis. So when you tell me from your reality that no, we don't create our bodies, it happens to us, I get that. That is from your reality, and you are correct. From your reality, not from mine. I have done everything I can to break what I consider reality, to break what I consider my own reality, not for anybody else, for everybody else. What do I mean? An infinite being would have a personal reality and make anything personal based on what? But they also wouldn't make it about other people to prove that they're making their life about other people and doing enough and being enough and caring enough. They would just be with total awareness of everyone and everything, with no judgment and no need to separate and no need to protect and no need to put up walls and barriers and no need to make themselves less to prove that they are like other people and no need to buy shit and no need to take shit home and no need to feel like shit. And so when you tell me, or in your head tell me that this is not possible, I do get that from your current reality, it does not seem possible, but that does not mean from my reality, it's not possible. And that's not to say my reality is greater than yours. It just works for me. But what I'm saying is, rather than hold on to the reality that you've lived for so long to try to get it right, what if you could let it fucking go and no longer have to try to be right again, and instead explore what is available on this planet with every gift this planet desires to offer, energetic and otherwise, financial and otherwise, nurturing and otherwise, contributing and otherwise, joyful and otherwise, and explore what is available beyond anything you ever imagined possible. That's the only time it's fun enough to be alive. Think about it. It's when you get to do something new you've never done before. Explore a new space, explore a new place, explore a new person, explore a new concept, explore a new possibility. That's you. You're a fucking explorer, Dora. You're an alien explorer who somewhere in the last 4 trillion years kind of forgot and has been pretending that is not true, and you have been fighting to the death to maintain a reality that is not yours. You are a conscript in the military of this reality, fighting a war that is not yours, fighting to maintain a reality that is not yours. Because if a reality does not include everybody and everything and every possibility and does not lead to more joy, more possibilities, more greatness, less separation, more ease, more abundance, more gratitude, more peace, is it truly yours? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Dear Earth, what are you that we have never asked you? What can you be if we would be us that we have never asked? What can we be together that has never been fathomed before, but that we know? Now is the time, my beautiful friends. Perceive the massiveness that is the earth and its energetic field, if you will. Or the earth and its being, however you do. I have this sense of sitting on the sun right now, not from heat, but a beauty of energy that's just. So let us ask to contribute to the earth everything it requires to be limitless and beyond this reality, and everything it requires to change, to have the universality of consciousness brought to this world and part of this world now. On 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On 16, 13, 14, 15, 16. And please know it's not only up to you, my beautiful friends. It is something that we can all contribute to. And every time we choose not to judge, we contribute. Every time we choose to like ourselves instead of judging ourselves. Every time we empower someone else, every time we be different with them and change their perspective and be that which has a kindness or a joy to it, the world gets greater. It's not as hard as we all thought it was. It's actually far easier. All it takes is choice and being the question and then seeing where that leads. And by the way, so many people on this planet have such a requirement to have their needs fulfilled by someone else. You are the only one that can change the underlying circumstances, my beautiful friends, and eliminate need as a reality. Please be willing to. Please be willing to give yourself that kindness. It is unkind to have so many needs, because need is fundamentally a lie for an infinite being. And a lot of you will have needs that you do not recognize for years. And when you recognize, oh my God, that was based on need, you are going to want to smack yourself in the face. Be kind when you smack you in the face, please. There's so many people that are like, I need this. Can you contribute this to me? Will you make this happen for me? Please, I need this. And if you don't give it to me, I'll never get it. But your point of view creates your reality, and you have grown up in a world that is about you getting things based on your needs being fulfilled. That is a bastardization of the true meaning of need. There's something called need and tug, in which you have this need, which is actually a desire, not a limited you, not a diminishment, a desire with an awareness that you are on the level that will create any desire, and then you tug and pull it to you. So everything you've done to bastardize need into the need of this reality that is always the proof of you being less than, that is always the proof that you are not enough, and the proof that you will never have enough, you will never be enough, you will never experience enough, and you will die needy. All of the implants, all of the explants, all of the algorithms, the artificial intelligence, all the lies, and everything you aligned and agreed with and resisted and reacted to that allows it to exist Will you now rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate everything you aligned and agreed with and resisted and reacted to that allows that to exist? Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. 5, 9, 11, 14, 19, 20. And 20, 20, 20. See, I love going so far, I think I might explode, and then seeing if I actually do. One day, somebody may just be picking up pieces of me while facilitating a class and be like, that was amazing. I wonder what other body's going to have next time. And yet I know that we are so routinely put into a place of if we become too much, others will suffer. If we become too much, we'll destroy the earth. If we become too much, but in actuality, you becoming too much is what will actually create the earth. Are you ready? Fifteen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Dear Earth, hi. Thank you. We are here and we acknowledge you on this day and hope to do so every day after this also. Earth, what can we contribute to you? Earth, what can we receive from you that is also a contribution? Dear Earth, what do you know that we could know too? What are you that we can be now? What do you perceive about what is possible for our future? And what do you know about how to get there? Earth, what is it you receive that we can't even imagine receiving, that if we did, would make everything awesome? Now is the time, my beautiful friends. Now is the time. Rather than fighting what is and what doesn't work and what appears to be and where people are headed and the world is and blah, 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 blah. What about melting it? It's a space you may have never imagined could exist. that nonetheless is the space of the being that you be. How about if we ask to open up the space for being to be? I'm going to ask you one more time to also embrace the dark side of the moon as a source for a greater reality. Instead of resisting it and hiding from it and fighting it, let us ask for the space of being to be available to all in ways no one ever imagined possible. Great warm up exactly a month before Being You Day. Ha 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 ha. May 22nd, mark your calendar. "99.9% of this ESC is delivered energetically." I just say all those words to keep your mind engaged so I can fuck with the rest of your world. Please take a deep breath in from the top of your head down to the tips of those cute, sweet, adorable little toes of yours. Thanking your beautiful body for going on every journey you've ever put it through. And some of you may want to apologize to it. Sweet, sweet body. Sorry. But thank you, and what can we create from here? And what can we create with allowing this energy of Earth to be with our bodies all the time? And what if it were from ease and not, and what if it were from ease and relaxation, not that intensity of fight? Whew, what else is possible, my beautiful friends? And just a reminder that we have Global Foundation coming up. Gary and I are rewriting the foundation book. That starts next week in Puerto Vallarta or online. There's a facelift class after that. I'm doing the first COP I've done in 2 years, and probably won't get to do another one for 2 years, but COP after that. And what else is possible? Oh, there's a Superpower of Choice telecall coming up very shortly today. So if you're interested in that with some of this energy, now would be a really good time to sign up if you haven't. Wow. Oh, Space Station Earth is coming up today too. So many beautiful things. All of these things are done from my world with the sense of being this space that is possible. And how do we bring that to more people? All of these things are about unlocking different stuff so we can actually be us and truly have choice and know we have choice and friggin' explore the beauty of this universe in a way nobody knows is possible. I adore you, beautiful people. Thank you so much for being part of this. Very grateful to be with you. And wow, this one you may want to listen to a few thousand more times. There's a few nuggets. See you soon, my beautiful friends. Thank you. And thanks to all the translators. Thanks to everybody who put this together. And thanks to Connor for not sending me the link so that he knows he's wrong. I think this is really good stuff. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye-bye. Goodness, I'm just going to watch the comments go for a little while longer because they're awesome. It's like... Feel free to talk about anything y'all want, whatever. I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
And panelists, you can unmute yourselves.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Dankeschön.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yay.
Hvala, hvala,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank
Hvala,
you.
hvala.
Thank you.